that you want to use. You're going to set up your two windows so that My Digital Studio is there off to the side and your iPhoto window is right there. And then what you want to do is just click on the photo, drag it across until the green arrow shows up, and you will have My Digital Studio import your photo. It probably will pop up, oh there we go, sometimes it'll pop up a little editing window right away. Let's see, we'll need to ungroup these. So go under Arrange and hit Ungroup, and we'll slide these back over here. Now if I double click, it'll bring up a little editing, and there are Abby and her two little guinea pig babies. And they're there. Now, one of the things that you might want to do is use the drop shadow feature. So I just clicked on the very outside of this red here, and I'm going to click on drop shadow. And usually I don't mess with any of these. I just hit OK. And so now you can see that there's a drop shadow along our red. You can kind of see the difference here. If I go over here and I ungroup these two items, and then click away and click on the red, let's see, we want the red one there, and click drop shadow and just hit OK again, then now you can see that there's a cute drop shadow around the red there. So you could go ahead and find another photo to drop into your second box. And now we are going to go ahead and add some embellishments to these. So I'm going to go down here to page 6 and look at some of these things that are here. Let's see. Chocolate goodness, treat yourself, happy Valentine's Day. So this happy Valentine's Day is a nice one. So what I'm going to do is select all of these layers. These pieces here are all different layers, and I want to make sure I get all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click outside away from them and then draw kind of a box down here. And your box doesn't have to have the whole thing in it, the whole item in it. It just has to touch a part of it. And you can see that now I've selected multiple items. I'm going to go under Arrange and Group so that they all stay together. And I'm going to take this and copy it. And I'm going to go back to our page with a picture on it. And I'm going to paste it here onto this page. So paste. And here is our element. So it's sized a little bit too big to fit on my banner. So what I can do is just grab this corner and shrink it down a little bit. Well, drop that there. And then I'm going to drop shadow this item. Let's see. So now there's a drop shadow. I think it adds the drop shadow to each layer there. So we have drop shadows on our elements. And now I'd kind of like to add some ribbon. Now the colors on this, if you remember from the online store, let's see, we'll click on this. The online store is going to tell us what the colors were: Cherry Cobbler, Early Espresso, Real Red, and Regal Rose. So if I want to match some of these colors here, that's no problem. We can do that. But I'm going to go under my global search tool, which is at the bottom of the screen here. And I'm going to type, oh, I don't know, let's do heart. And what it's going to do is it's going to search through all my embellishments, stamps, punches, and well, you don't really need backgrounds. Embellishments, stamps, and punches, and it's going to find all of the hearts that are included. And so what I'm going to do is pick one. Let's see. I've got some punches. I've got some stamps. Let's see. We'll go with a punch. So I'm going to click on this full heart punch and say Insert. You can double click on it if you want. And then I'm going to grab one more thing here, I heart, and I'm going to insert that. Now when you pick these items, you won't necessarily know what they are unless you recognize them, but fortunately when you click on them on your page, you see how when I clicked on this, the stamps button opened, and when I click on this, the punches tools opened. My Digital Studio is great about helping you figure out just what you need to use the tools that you've opened. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to, let's pretend I didn't know what colors these backgrounds were. I couldn't figure it out. I'm going to click the Match Color button when I've selected my heart, and I'm going to say I want the heart to be, I think we're going to put text on top of it. So I'm going to say, please make it this pink color. And as you see, if I move my cursor around here, it'll select the different colors from my project. So I'll hit OK. And I like things to have drop shadows so that they look like they're dimensional. So there's our drop shadow. And I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit so that it fits here at the top. And we'll get our I heart out of the way so I can play with my heart. And then I think I'm going to rotate this. So if you move your cursor just a tiny bit off the corner, you will get a little rotate button. You can also use the rotate here, so I rotate it to about 10 degrees. And I'm going to switch and do my banner here, my I heart, and I want this to be that same chocolate color that's in everything else. So I picked match color, and then I'm going to use the picker tool here to pick that brown out. And now my stamp, my I heart stamp is brown, so I'm going to shrink it down so that it fits better onto my piece here. Now remember how I clicked on this heart, it said I'd rotated it to 10 degrees? I really want this stamp to be rotated to 10 degrees too. So instead of trying to rotate it this way and then guess it where it is, I'm just going to go in the box here and type 10 and hit return. And now my I heart is rotated to the same point as my heart punch, which is just perfect. I'll nudge it up and over just a little bit. All right, and then when you're working in computer, save often. Save early and often is always a good strategy. So I'll go